Okay, hey there, everybody. Looks like this is working. Hey there. Got some League of Legends today. Then we're gonna play some Mechabellum later. I do want to figure out like how those turrets work. So yeah, like I played some more of this, going on just an absolute losing tear, which is great. I feel like I'm being smurfed a lot of the times though. I don't know. I kind of wish that they would crack down on people who are like making smurf accounts a little bit harder. I know they sometimes kind of do, but not really. But still, it'd be nice if they would crack down harder. It's one of those circumstances where it's just like, yeah, it makes it for like a sort of breezy, easy game for the person who's doing it. But when you're crushing the people who are like coming into the game who are sort of newer, or coming back into the game after a long break or whatever, it's really good at dissuading them from joining that. And that's sort of how you end up with a dead game, where it's just impossible for people to get into the game. This is why I think that like games should be balanced around the newer players, not the pro play. Generally speaking, like you obviously want to balance out pro play as well some ways, but typically speaking, like if a game loses its like core player base of just really trash people who are coming into the game brand new, then the game dies. And if it's like bounced around, like assuming you're really really good at the game, then that's where you don't get players coming in and having a good time and getting better to the point where they can get to the point where they can use those that balance. It's one of those sort of like weird things that happens in games. I think it happened to a certain degree in StarCraft. Like Protoss is one of those ones where their win rate, because of the lower level players, has consistently been really low. Um, and the balance was always sort of assuming that they were going to be able to do the really pro play things that top level players could do. And as a result, they had really bad win rates. They also don't win tournaments. It's usually Terran or Zerg won a lot of them, unless you had like really, really, really good players. I think that was actually kind of also something that killed Overwatch to a certain degree. When I was playing it, it was like felt pretty consistently like it wasn't trying to onboard me as a new player. It was trying to be competitive and cater to the balance towards like the top level pro players. That one I don't know as much though, because I didn't stick around in Overwatch very long. I played it with my friends for a little bit, but I kind of thought that it was a trash game pretty early compared to them. Just because like there was that huge overemphasis on these sort of big flashy esports moments, which fine, but at the same time it doesn't make for an interesting game if you're it doesn't make for an interesting game, honestly. I think it has to sort of come more organically. Like all the big esports games didn't start out as games that were trying to court a big esports audience. Man, I miss the days where it was like 30-second match timers. I wonder what's going on. Like you would hope that it's giving a longer estimated and longer actual time to find match, because like they've got a better algorithm for getting fair games. But I don't think that's true. That hasn't been my experience at all. Like the games have been sort of like just stomps, one direction or the other. Mostly me getting stomped, but that's partly my fault. It would be nice though if like I could get some sort of closer games. That would be kind of nice. I think there's an element of the game being a bit more snowbally than it used to be. Things like the dragon buffs being more impactful than they used to be. Things like the Rift Herald? Rift Herald. Yeah, that's the one. Being more meaningful. Things like tower plating. All that sort of stuff makes it so that like you can extend a sort of minor lead into a bigger lead than it was before all those mechanics were in play, making it harder to get comebacks. And those sort of like comeback mechanics are how you end up with close games. Man, I am almost at double the finding match time. I haven't had any autofill games yet so far, though. It's just like a lot of my teammates have had autofill positions, which, sucks, but that is the nature of things. It's mostly jungle these days, like it gets autofill. I kind of wonder if that's true at like the higher elos, because I feel like if you're playing jungle at a high level, you're probably going to be better at it. I feel like at low levels, it's like a very confusing place to be, and also like it's not very rewarding unless you actually know what you're doing. Like a good jungle is amazing, but that's not what you get in bronze, obviously. Oh man, I'm probably not going to be playing super smart today either. I'm just actually quite tired. I ended up with like 9 hours of extra work this week, which is fine. I don't mind doing that, but it does mean I'm very tired. Still getting our top lane, so that's good. Kind of wonder what is like the meta picks top lane right now. It's hard to tell because like in bronze people aren't picking meta picks anyway, so.
It's your funeral.
Alright, let's see what we got here. Another thing nice about working like an extra 9 hours in a week is that you can just justify going out and like buying a really expensive steak dinner or something like that, which is a nice thing to be able to do. I've been seeing a couple Uders, and I feel like he got reworked since the last time I was playing this game. He seems very different. And obviously, like, the splash art is completely different as well, so that's a bit of a giveaway. Got a support Ziggs, that's... Nah. This is actually where I would have liked to have had Garen, because he is a tanky person who has got some AD scaling. I don't think he's got very much damage, though. Well, actually, no, he's got a ton. It's all in his ultimate, and it's true damage, so... I guess the rest of his kits kind of got good damage. Man, okay. It's gonna play Nasus, I think. Our jungle's at least going attack damage. I have to go tanky this time. Unless, like, it's a Teemo top lane or something like that, in which case, like, I can't really afford to do that. I should probably not pick Nasus as much, though, because it feels like there's a faster tempo to the game to a certain extent than what I was used to. Like, it used to be you could play Nasus and you'd sort of, like, get to the point where you were strong eventually, but that doesn't really seem like it happens anymore. It feels like the game's not really working that way. Darius is going to be interesting. You get to the point where you can crush him pretty easily, but, like, early game, he just is going to make it really hard for me to farm. It's like, if you get pulled, he's capable of dishing out a ton of damage to you, and then you have to sort of leave, and then it's awkward. I don't know what's going on bottom lane. Our Ziggs is not even paying attention. I wonder if he'll actually take the CS. I don't like this, honestly. This feels like our bottom lane's gonna throw. Because we don't have, like, late game bottom lane presence. It's gonna be, like, just no damage at all against, like, Udyr, Taric, and Darius. Because we don't have an AD carry that can just shred them. Nocturne has got some good persistent damage, but he's not durable enough to stay on them for, like, an entire team fight. Like, I have got to get huge farm to actually be able to damage bruisers or tanks in any relevant way. And that's probably not going to be super easy. So, like, this bottom lane not being able to do a hard carry late game is going to be really awkward. Malzahar might be able to burst down one of them really hard, but they're just going to run at him. Especially with Tarek, like, on their team comp. They can afford to just run straight at Malzahar. And if he ever, like, stops to ult, he's immediately going to die. I guess if we've got enough front line in front of him, but it's not like if we got crowd control. It's not like Nocturne has any crowd control. Like, the real advantage that we do have, I guess, is at least Ziggs is going to stop Ezreal from, like, poking us to death. Because he can at least counter that to a degree. Okay, start with that Doran's shield there. Nocturne is currently AFK. Well, she's dead. She's gonna run into the entire enemy team and die. Like, the only way this works is if, like, they don't have a leash at all from bottom or mid, but if they've got bottom and mid there, then it's 3v4 and we're not going over there.
Minions have spawned.
I don't really get what's going on bottom lane. Like, Ziggs clearly is not listening because he's got the Spell Thief's Edge, so he can't actually farm. So, like, that lack of communication from our bottom lane is, like, clearly gonna get us killed. Okay, well, you know what? This is bronze games, I guess. Yeah, he's just pushing forward. That's fine by me. Wait, that was not what I intended to hit. Man, he spends no mana on that. That's basically free. I guess it kind of deserves to be, honestly, given what it is, but, like, still. Calmly take that. Man, losing bone plate there is kind of rough, but okay. Still got it. I'm doing not terribly at farming this one. Which is good, because I need to be able to, like, get farm to be able to compete against Darius. He's running low on mana, but I'm like basically out, so he's definitely got the advantage here. My sustain should be better than his, though. Like, he does have heal on his kit, but like... Okay. There we go. I just want to get this cannon before I recall. He doesn't have teleport, so I can actually probably stay for this wave here. Huh. Suboptimal. Alright, so we can get a bunch of this stuff here. Bottom lane looks like it's actually doing really well. I think Ziggs is actually capable of poking them out of lane. Because this stuff is scarier early game, I find, than Ezreal's. Ouch. That really hurts. He's got the level lead and the wave, so... Oh, no, Ziggs died. He died to Udara, probably, mostly. That's what my bet is.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
He didn't get much out of that grab, honestly. He's also gone for fast damage here. If he ulted me, he probably could have killed me there. I'm probably gonna have to ult for this. Queued the wrong thing. But yeah, the ult saved my life. Okay. Well, that worked out. Should be able to take some plates here. Probably 2. I don't think I have to leave here. Maybe I do. I don't know. I'm so close. I kind of want to get boots though, so this is fine. That was super close, dude. New Uter seems to shred through health bars real fast. Okay, so I'm probably ahead of him here by enough that I could fight him, but it's real hard to tell. Yeah, no, I can definitely fight him here. Could probably have just taken the plates here, but... So Nocturne knows what he's doing. It's pretty easy and brain dead to like gank with Nocturne, honestly, but like, still. It's like, if you have your ult, you can basically just get free ultimates. Okay. I think I stay here. Glad I did. Like, Nasus can get to the point where he can fight stuff pretty quickly, and I've got 240 stacks, so... Ow, ow. Yeah, shoot. Still got the cannon. Yeah, whatever, it's fine. Just leave that at 1 tick here. Let's go get some items. This could be a hull breaker game. Ooh, we still got 800 bucks. Let's get this next. Actually, I might want to get something crazy here. This might be a Sunfire game. Might be good. Get that little bit of a mix of damage and, my team is actually crushing it. I'm actually really surprised. Like, I thought that Ziggs wasn't paying attention, so there'd be, like, a lot of tension in bot lane. Maybe he sort of just didn't realize till later, I guess. I don't know. We're up to 279 on stacks. It's not bad. I wonder if they're... I wonder if he's gone AFK or something. Where is he?
An ally has been slain.
Alright, he went bot.
An ally has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Hopefully they don't get too much off that. Cool. Like I said though, like the games are all stomps. It's like it's not even close. Sure.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
I'll be fine, I think, here. Pretty sure I'm going to be just fine. Immediately dies after.
I walk through the ages.
Cool. Really don't think they thought that one through, honestly. Oh, that poor Darius. Guess I'll deliver this to bot lane. Nope. Nocturne is dead. Maybe not. Yeah, I'm gonna go deliver this to bot lane. think we got enough on that push, honestly. I just need to hit this once.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
I'm out of mana, so I kind of have to leave.
An enemy has been slain.
I'll be back there in just a second, though. Okay.
An enemy has been slain.
I do have my ultimate still, so... Probably could have gone for that, but I would have died in the process. Ow. Why? Alright. If I had my flash up, I could have gotten it, but I just got it back. Could get my item, but this one's not too important, I don't think. What the? Completely stuck. Fantastic. Cool. 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 Yep, that was kind of gross.
Victory!
Gonna be honest, not a great game. I do wonder what it is, like, specifically that's causing the games to be such huge stomps in one direction or the other. Like, there's just not close games right now. Maybe it's bronze things. Because, like, things scale out of control so much faster in bronze. That's probably it. Most damage on team. That's kind of sad, but... Nope, that's just kind of sad. Alright, fair. I went modestly tanky. Like, I've got some damage here, like, obviously, but realistically speaking, I forgot to friendly someone. I keep forgetting to do that. I've forgotten to do that in just a ton of games. Well, I don't know why, but I think it's after that screen. That's not where it is. Oh, man. Well, let's just see what we end up getting. I'm really hoping that these aren't all going to be 6-minute wait queues. Like, that's brutal. I actually get into some games of Nebulous Fleet Command faster than that, which, you know, they're less balanced because it's just a lobby. and the lobby fills in with whoever wants to. So it's even worse balance wise, but still. All right. To a certain extent, I do think it's just probably fine if like I don't get any really like close games. It's just those are the ones that are sort of the most exciting in some ways. Sometimes they're also really stressful though, so you always feel like if you're getting stomped, like it doesn't really matter too hard if you're like continuing to get stomped. So you don't have any pressure on you to like succeed. Although you try to succeed anyway. You try to do your best, but if you don't feel that bad about it. Whereas if it's like a stomp in your favor, it's like, well, you don't have to have that much pressure on you to like continue to do well because you'll probably just do well even if you are playing like an idiot because you're so ahead. But if it's a really close game, like sometimes you feel like if you screw up a single little bit there, it can tilt the balance in favor of the enemy. Same thing for the other direction, so this can be really stressful. How come my desktop audio is so weird here? Is it not playing at all, I wonder? I'm gonna turn up the volume a little bit here, but usually it's not really the game audio that I try to emphasize necessarily, but I still want people to be able to hear it. Oh man. I follow this desktop audio thing here. Looks like it actually peaked at pretty high during an earlier part, so I guess it's just certain things are really quiet. I could probably put that back down a bit. I kind of wonder what the wait queue would be like if I wanted to play Teamfight Tactics. Like, would that be faster? I don't really want to play Teamfight Tactics, though. I'm not a huge fan of it. I think it's just, like, kind of okay, but... that is a game where they shift up the meta in ways that are interesting, though, really, really quickly. That's kind of why I don't want to play it, though. Like, I don't play consistently enough to actually understand what all the units actually do. I guess I could go in blind and just sort of blind figure out what's going on. Lose terribly that way, although I have won a bunch of games of it, even just doing random stuff. It's not like I'm in a high elo. Everyone else is also just experimenting and doing stupid stuff, so makes it plausible. Man, who sits in these lobbies and just like readies up or hits fine match or whatever and just declines every time? Like, why don't people just hit the button to get out of the fine match queue? Like, just leave the queue before that happens. Like, why do they wait until it says fine match and then they do it? I haven't really been seeing very many traditional, like, full tanks lately. I wonder if Malphite's off the meta right now. True tanks, like the ones that are just pure designed to get hit and stuff like that, kind of rely on certain things being true to really flourish. being able to like actually take a whole ton of hits is one of those things. I wonder if like right now people are capable of dealing a lot of damage, because it feels like things are doing a lot of damage right now. Just good sustained damage too. It's not the sort of like one and done burst kind of damage that tanks really are good at thwarting. Because even if you chip away a quarter of their health in like an instant, it doesn't really matter too much for a tank, because they've still got like 3/4 of their health. They probably are like scaling up their durability because they got weird items that do that. And then you're out of gas, so they can just keep being there and being a nuisance. But if it's really good sustained damage, it's like they lose quarter of their health, and then they lose another quarter of their health, and they lose another quarter of their health, and then they're dead. So it's a big difference there. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. Who's doing this? Just leave the queue. Don't hit decline, just leave the queue. And we're final pick 2. This is definitely a game where someone's going to dodge, and I'm going to just be very, very unhappy about that. Alright. Got an AP mid. Good, good. Got an AP jungle. Sure. I'm surprised I didn't figure out, like, I figured out relatively quickly that, like, Gromp, Krug, Merkwolf were not these players' names, like, relatively fast. I wonder if there's a player out there who just thinks he's getting into the lobby with the exact same players every time.
It's your funeral.
Because that would be very funny to me. I kind of want to get some old school off meta top lane picks like Elise or something like that. She was never really good top lane, but there was some annoying things that she was capable of doing top lane that made her kind of not viable, but good in a certain way, in a weird way. And I would not mind having that be a thing. Given what our team is, I might have to go attack damage here. Although... maybe Garen? Nasus is also like attack damage, but he's... it's hard to do damage with him, is the thing. I guess it's also technically hard to do damage with Nasus. Man, what? Alright. Okay, so I don't get to know what I'm up against. This is brutal. Alright, let's try Garen. Let's try a Garen game.
My heart and sword, always for Demacia.
Could go with a really aggro Garen build where we take, like, Ignite. Okay, now I really don't know what's going on here. Is it going to be something stupid like Twitch top lane? Yeah, no idea. I don't know what these lanes are at all. I'm glad I picked someone tanky, though, that I can just go armor. Might need to take something like Stride Breaker or something like that. Is this going to be like Yasuo top lane? Is that a thing? I am worried that that's the same Nocturne player as last time, because that guy had good ganks. Could very well be. I don't remember his name very well. It goes through that screen so fast, man. It's a Twitch top lane. What the hell is this? Alright. Well, I need to get Stridebreaker. I was probably going to get it anyway, potentially, but, like, now I just really need to have Stridebreaker. Could be a start with Plated Steel Cap's Thornmail situation, though. He's got some magic damage and some true damage in his kit, though. Our Lux is AFK. Fantastic. There she is. Our team does have a lot of ability power, though. Maybe actually, yeah, I don't have to get Stridebreaker because I'm just going tanky. If I'm just going tanky, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it's Yasuo mid. Katarina's got a longsword. That's interesting. She could have probably chucked a knife at him, but I think her range's just a little bit stronger than his. And Twitch just suddenly walked over and she just died. Okay, so how does Twitch top lane work, really? Does Twitch top lane work? Am I being scammed? Probably. It's probably a lot like playing against Teemo, I'd guess.
The scoundrels will pay.
I was hiding.
Yeah, this is a lot like playing against a Teemo.
In the king's name.
Yeah, he's gonna keep negating my ability to heal myself, but he can't fully negate it, I can just leave.
I bring justice.
Never sort of like forget the power of just sort of like not being around.
First blood.
Okay, well that sucks. Yasuo getting ahead really sucks.
I stand ready.
You're welcome.
An enemy has been slain.
You're looking a little green.
Our land.
Well, we got Twitch Flash, so that's enough. I'm starting to heal back up because Twitch had to go away, so. Man, missed both of those. Alright, fine.
An enemy has been slain.
I will fight as long as I can.
An ally has been slain. Enemy double kill.
Well,
Enemy has been slain.
Twitch has managed to lose about half his health. This is AP Twitch. This gets weirder and weirder. Alright, maybe we go for the Force of Nature? No, that's not it.
Fear not. I'm coming.
Okay, my E doesn't seem to do any damage, so, or has no last hit
Ally
potential.
has been slain.
He's gonna be roaming a lot, I suspect.
The strength of Demacia.
An ally has been slain.
What we do is right.
Just gonna walk out of that.
Our courage must never waver.
I was wondering if there was a fruit thing in there, but doesn't look like it right now.
Be bold.
Did he ult? He did ult.
You're looking a little green.
I will not falter. Keep faith in yourself. Bring their ranks! Our deeds shape the future. Charge!
So he's already used his ultimate. He's used Ignite. I'm basically back up to full health here.
Slain.
First of many foes.
An ally has been slain.
My entire team is dead, however, so that's good.
Demacia marches as one.
This is definitely a team-up player, honestly.
For Demacia. Demacia! In the king's name. Charge!
He's like a teamer that can move, is the problem.
Shut down. Enemy killing spree. Shut down.
I will not
Well.
falter!
An enemy has been slain.
Forward! We are the vanguard. Charge!
Does this thing hit towers?
We fight for those who cannot.
I'm gonna want that back.
I stand ready.
You're looking a little green.
I'm glad that this guy's slow as garbage.
Sneaky, sneaky.
This world needs hope.
Oh, hello!
Stay resolute.
Needs to hit those.
Never forget why. Fight.
Well, that sucked.
I will not falter. Fear not. I'm coming.
It's both ults actually, but yeah. Alright, let's grab that.
Forge onward.
Mercury's might actually be better here.
Smell you can feel.
He's gone for Boots of Swiftness. He really doesn't want me to get on top of him, does he?
Our courage must never waver. Forward! Bring the ranks!
An enemy has been slain.
Man.
Be bold. Be just.
It's me. Sneaky, sneaky.
He's going back up top lane.
Vile scourge.
No, I did not know Persona Guy's working on a new IP. Is it still with Atlas? Or is it with a completely sort of like different company? Be definitely interested to see what that comes out to be.
Turret plating will fall soon.
I need to get speed on my build here. It's kind of funny to me they ignited there.
Victory awaits.
And once again, I'm basically full health.
Here's something that won't wash off.
For Demacia.
I think we might be able to get a kill here. If he
An enemy
tries to
has
push up
been
and
slain.
farm here.
Shut down. Shut down.
In the king's name.
Alright. Let's go back and get some boots. I actually might want to just match him and get swiftness. But Mercury's is probably smarter. I don't know. There's not that much crowd control. I don't know. Let's get swiftness. I just want to get this like tower here.
An ally has been slain. Killing spree.
Man, this is a real bit of a gong show, isn't it?
Rampage. Your turret has been destroyed. Shut down.
Now, there's a smell you can feel.
Start with a Gnasher's Tooth. Look how fast my health goes back up, though.
I stand ready.
Did like no damage. It's fine.
Justice, by law or by sword.
An ally has been slain.
Kind of wish Karthus would stop dying quite as much. Like, it matters less because it's Karthus, but it does still suck because, like, he is feeding them money.
This world needs hope.
I'm just gonna take this regardless.
Your team has destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain.
Lol. If I had any armor, I might have been able to fight both of them, but not really.
Never forget why we fight.
Shut down.
Man.
Down.
Fear not. I'm coming.
An ally has been slain.
Forge onward.
Your turret has been destroyed.
That won't wash off.
He's got a ward down here.
Our
It's probably in this
purpose
bush.
must Never waver.
It's not the easiest thing to
Be bold. Be just.
last hit with. Yeah, it's kind of bullshit. Should be able to get a dragon off that. There's two people up top. 4v3 here. But
An ally has been slain.
Karthus being dead kind of doesn't matter.
What can I say?
An ally has been slain. Double kill.
Maybe our team can't do anything about this.
Keep faith in yourself.
Dude, Tristana. Wait.
Your turret has been destroyed.
She was attacking the tower. It's so bad.
The future.
You're looking a little green.
Your has been destroyed.
I will fight as long as I stand.
Apparently Yasuo is just like free pushing and no one can stop him, so that's fun. I was kind of saying, like, it's really bad if he gets fed. I was kind of hoping that Katarina was also getting fed enough that it would sort of counteract that, but... Cool.
You have slain an enemy.
Demacia marches as one.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Unstoppable.
Good. Good.
An ally has been slain. Dominating.
In the king's name.
Now there's a smell you can feel. Sneaky.
Their ranks!
It isn't actually worth it most of the time to get, like, vision wards against Twitch. Because he will just find them and kill them. He is so fed. He's like so freakishly fed right now. There we go. I need to get this next. Really, really badly. He's like full build practically. No, he's not really. He's like half build, but still, that's a lot. Katarina's probably dead.
We fight for those who cannot.
Down.
Yep.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Like, it might not feel like it immediately, but this is a stomp. Like, they are stomping us.
This world needs
Enemy has been slain.
protect our land. I will not falter!
Like, we're on, they've taken our mid inhib, and, like, we can't even push up, like, down the sides here.
Break their ranks! Show them the strength of
An
Demacia.
ally has been slain.
Charge! What we do is fight.
Executed.
Cool.
Enemy killing spree.
He must have been going to someone else. Okay.
Your inhibitor is respawning soon. An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
I'm about to get flanked. I'm leaving. I am out. See if I can catch this Nautilus on my way.
Fear not. I'm coming.
Really? Ah, damn it. Twitch being there. Ah, that was so close.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a turret.
This is catching us up pretty nicely. It's a lot of extra money.
Your turret has been destroyed.
The way things kind of are, like, though, it's easier for them to, like, pressure us just because we got this exposed inhib.
Our courage must never waver.
Stridebreaker's cooldown is actually really short. What the hell was that?
An ally has been slain.
This is worth it. Yep. They went after me, like, really hard for some reason when they really should have been focusing Katarina. Like, anyone except me. I'm pretty tanky right now. Like, I don't mind at all dying in that situation.
Smell you can feel.
They got our carries a bunch of kills.
Looking a little green.
I wish Karthus hadn't died there. It was kind of meaningless. It did kind of bait them into the situation, but... that stealth is so stupid. Like, the speed at which he can do it is just really dumb.
Our deeds shape the future.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I do think we should try and contest this at the very least. Bare minimum, contest it. Ooh, there's a lot of them up top. Yep.
Fear is the first of many.
An ally has been slain. You have been slain.
God damn it. How did some of them get down there so fast, man?
Shut down.
Alright, fine. That's probably going to be game losing, unfortunately. I think he's full build, just about. I think I can get my one thing here, though. Yeah, we got that. Black Cleaver probably is good here. I don't think I'm going to have a chance to get it, but...
Your turret has been destroyed.
For democracy.
An ally has been slain. You have slain an enemy.
If I can knee breaker him, I'm gonna be able to kill him. I think he got away. Yeah, he's gonna win. That's fine. I kind of thought we still had a turret, but I guess not. I can't believe we drew out that game as much as we did. I'm gonna give this to her. I almost forgot to do that again, honestly. Man, what a weird game. Yeah, I did like no damage that round, but I'm not surprised. Basically, anytime I would have had a chance to like do any damage, Twitch would just like stealth and run away. The only way I'd be able to do it is if I somehow like just dropped a vision or a detection ward every time like he was about to do that. But that would cost so much money and we'd give him so much free gold. Because he would just kill it every time I did that. The only way it would be worth it is if I was guaranteed to like be able to kill him, and I don't have that kind of damage with this, so... Maybe I could have, I don't know. The really awkward thing with that one was definitely like how fed Yasuo was able to get. Because if he gets fed, like, it's really hard to kill him. Even if Katarina is also really scary when she has a lot of kills, like, I think it leans a little bit more towards Yasuo, honestly. I think he's just got a little bit more sustained fight in him. Like, Katarina can chain kills together, but if there's tanky people, like, Yasuo is capable of just continually using Q over and over and over again and grinding them down really, really quickly, whereas Katarina needs to be able to burst down a squishy, then burst down another squishy, and then continue chaining those. But as soon as she hits someone, if they don't die, then her chain stops. Or if she gets crowd controlled or silenced out of her spin, that also really nerfs her damage. You can't really do that to can't really do that to Yasuo the same way. Let me look on my laptop here what the Persona announcement is, or not Persona, I guess, but like wow, my laptop is just really not capable of doing anything right now. Badly needs updates, probably. I think this is the last League game, and after this we switch over to Mechabellum. Can't remember, what is the name of the guy who... Wait, I just realized something. Who's Persona guy? There's a lot of people who worked on that one. It's not like Kojima, where like the Metal Gear series is like purely associated with Kojima. Let's see here. Looks like it must be Metaphor Re Fantasio. I can't find any good information on that yet, but are these people all going AP, I wonder? They'll probably be able to like swap up Shyvana based on what she sees the rest of the team doing, right? Persona director plus Persona guy. Game director equals Persona guy. That's fair. Is it the same one for all of them? I never felt like it was as much of a single director kind of vision. Shoji Meguro, like that's actually probably the most like individual associated name is actually Shoji Meguro with the Persona series. So the composer going across there is actually kind of interesting. That's like really iconic music. It's kind of neat. Oh, we got a Kale bottom lane. That is so blah. Alright, they've got a lot of AD. I'm going to go with this for now. I guess I'm going with this, period, but... Huh. Yeah, you don't hear his name associated with it as much. I'm guessing it's like Katsura Hashino, but like that's actually literally the first I've heard of the name. I don't really pay that much attention to like people though, so it's, you know, harder for me. This team has actually got a lot of really good people for me to be dealing with here. This is actually great. Watch as their top lanes like Teemo and I cry. They're actually no, like they banned Fizz with that pick. That's interesting. And, like the person who banned Nasus is Jinx. They must have done a lane swap. This is really confusing otherwise, unless Jinx just really doesn't like Nasus. Apparently, he did 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, which is a person, or he did development support. I wonder what that really means. God damn it. Alright. Wait. Is it Jinx top lane? I think it's Jinx top lane. What the hell? Why do I keep getting hit by these really weird top lanes that are probably Smurfs who are like, hey look, I can play Jinx top lane. Isn't that cool? Then I have to deal with that sort of nonsense where it's just like, the reason that you don't play Jinx top lane or AD carries top lane is it's not necessarily a safe lane, so if our jungle knows how to do anything, he'll just come around behind her and just kill her. Because she doesn't have escapes. No, it's Yasuo. Misfortune mid. It's probably AP Misfortune. That is so weird. Why was... There must have been a lane swap or something. There's gotta have been. Also, friggin' Yasuo top lane. What garbage is this? God damn. He's one of those champs that's kind of like not fun to play because he's got free crowd control. Like, as in he can just spam it whenever he wants. Like, there's literally zero incentive for him to not use his crowd control. Like, he doesn't have to time it with anything. He doesn't have to, like, worry about mana. He doesn't have to worry about, like, anything. He just has to keep using his Q, because he's going to use that anyway. And if he doesn't use his stun, it's going to, like, time out. So he might as well use it. So he's just permanently throwing out crowd control. Which is just really obnoxious. It's why I also don't like playing against Aatrox, partly. It's like I said, he has got way too much crowd control. For people who deal like tons of damage, shouldn't just be able to stun you whenever they want to. Without having to like really pay for it some way. Alright. Yeah, I actually wonder like how much that guy is gonna be the main voice of that. I think that like I feel like their development for Persona has never been as like individualized. I feel like it's always been like a bigger sort of team thing.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Okay.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Do they have a lot of crowd control? I don't think it's a ton. Like, they've got Nocturne, they've got Yasuo, and they've got Senna. I guess technically Jinx does, but... I was kind of actually wondering like what color Persona 6 was going to be if they were going to do that. That would have been like it's kind of a shame to hear they haven't started working on Persona 6, but I really wonder like what you would follow up Persona 5 with. It's so good. I don't think he needs to leave off that, honestly.
Going.
I also don't think he can afford to leave off that, but, you know, that's a different issue. Well, maybe he does.
Got it.
So Nocturne starting topside. No. Made it. Oh, damn. Can't believe that hit me. That one I can believe hit me. That one I walked right into.
Sure.
Okay. I'm already out of mana here.
Fast as I can. Yes.
Okay.
First blood.
Really? The heck was he thinking there? I wonder if he thought he was gonna get a level. Have they actually announced like that they're doing Persona 6 yet? One more? Nah. Okay.
Executed.
What the heck? Okay, well that's promising. Okay, we got a lot of armor now. Takes damage for hitting us now, so that also helps.
An enemy has been slain.
And there, Shyvana just got, like, executed. I'm kind of thinking this is sketchy. Got that. Got to ult away from that, unfortunately.
Got it.
Well,
An enemy has
she
been
got the kill, so you know what? It's better, I guess? I don't know. Man. She actually disconnects.
A summoner has reconnected.
Okay.
Yes.
To get that Bomby Cinder, things are going to be a little bit easier for me.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. Fantastic. Just getting to use his, like, shield is useful for me. Ouch.
An enemy Enemy double kill.
Well, that's not good.
Enemy has been slain.
Continues to be not good. There we go. Got what I wanted there. Alright, got our stack there. Alright, now's a good time to go back, get the Bomby Cinder. And this. Bomby Cinder Chain Vest. With this we have enough, like, tankiness that I think we just walk up to them.
Shut down.
Okay.
I was hoping you'd take that. Like, no way he would, but still. I can't really kill him here, unfortunately. Like, my damage isn't high enough for me to dive under tower and actually get the kill. If someone else was here, I could, like, easily... We could easily dive in and, like, get the kill that way. He's just running under his tower, though. And I can't really slow push because I've got the Bomby Cinder, so... This does stop him from going to other lanes, though. If I can zone him out of, like, experience point range, that's actually probably good enough.
Got it. Futures manifest.
He is actually low enough that I would consider diving him here.
Okay.
No, he's not. Not quite. He has to leave now. He can't stick around now. Yep. I think we can get the tower, like, completely, basically. No, with the teleport. I could go back. Grab this thing. Start working on the Iceborne. Getting access to, like, this part, the Sheen, would actually, like, be a pretty decent way to, like, get that extra damage I need.
An enemy has been slain.
Nope. Okay.
as fast as I
Oh, he ran all the way back here.
Your turret has been destroyed. You have slain an enemy. An ally has been slain.
I'm super dead here. Took them a long time to kill me, but still dead. Their tower's gone though, so you know what? Fine.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Apparently we've got another turret somewhere too. Yep. It's all going fine. I've got my teleport up. 20 seconds I'll be able to get back to my tower. Probably with enough time, I have no idea. I think it was worth killing the Misfortune though, that was kind of fun.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Not ideal, but that's fine.
An enemy has been slain.
Kale's getting to the point where she can do her thing, I think. She starts off really weak, but...
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Yasuo's gone missing. I think he might be heading mid. They're probably not going to come after me.
Killing spree.
I was trying to do that to escape. That was a defensive ult.
Killing spree. Double kill.
Yes.
Ouch, I got tickled by a tower.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Okay, so this is turning into like a bit of a stomp, but it's kind of a surprising one in a way. I might have been able to all-in kill her, but it's not worth trying. There's a lot of them here.
Okay.
I felt that was very worth it.
Killing spree.
Yeah, I felt that works.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Shut down.
Yes.
No, I think when they make a new persona, I hope the colors like. I wonder what the colors are going to be, because like the obvious one would be like they do orange, green, purple as the next ones. But that's like ambitious. You could also just do black and white, which would be like probably not the best idea, all things considered, but like way easier. Just waiting for my ult to come up.
Aced.
Just like the countdown. It's codenamed Carbon. Is it going to be gray? That would be boring. If they were going to do anything that would be gray, though, that would be like Persona 3 would have been gray. Like, I understand blue for it, but like, apathy syndrome and all that feels very gray to me.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Okay. Black wouldn't be far off. Well, it could be that. It could also be charcoal gray, and the reason I think that might be more in tune with that is that there's usually some moral ambiguity to Persona games, like just a little bit. They're still fairly simplistic morality, but it is a little bit more than just pure
Shut down.
black and white thinking. It feels like almost an impossible task they left them with if it's a new team doing Persona 6. Like, it is people who have done other ones, but like, that is such a hard ask that's like, hey, yeah, you gotta follow Persona 5. Lead Visionary is not gonna be with you. Good luck with that. Like, I almost wonder if he's ditching the project because he can't follow up Persona 5. It's like a magnum opus and he's just done. It's like nothing better shall ever be made. Oh, that's just mean. Fine.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Alright.
Ally has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Cool.
Dominating.
If we just hang around, these guys are basically going to clean up for us.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
They didn't get the green light. After Persona 4, they couldn't get the green light? What the heck are they planning on doing? Like, I would have thought after 4...
Victory!
I would have thought after 4 they would have been able to greenlight literally whatever they wanted. Like, Persona 4 was such a good game. It's weird. Why isn't he doing it? Alright, well, whatever. I'm just gonna do support tax here. Oh, I got a box. I must have got an S rank. Yeah, I got S+. I had the second most damage on my team by a very close margin. On pure tank. That's so sad. Alright. Well, let's go open that box, I guess, and then switch over to Mechabellum. Let's see what exciting things we have in this box. Maybe it's a box, like last time. Lunar Empress Kiana. I thought you said it was a different team now, or do you mean like a different the person who's doing the new lead? Like the new lead is doing. Oh, that would explain why. If he's not the lead, then obviously he doesn't get to do the project. Yeah, that makes sense. I thought you meant like the guy that was leaving the project had wanted to do it for a long time. Obviously, I don't think there's like a ton of information about like Persona 6 because like, yeah, it's probably they want to have it almost done before they say anything. That's usually how they go. There's usually like a half year of hype for Persona games, I guess. I don't know. That's what it feels like. Usually it's like you hear about it and then it comes out pretty soon afterwards. Is this not loading? What's going on here? Hmm. Looks like it's slowly loading for some reason. It's usually not that complex a game for... Alright. Oh, I see. I thought you meant Persona 6 was the game that he'd wanted to do for a long time. Yeah, no. Yeah, okay, I thought you meant Persona 6. I mean, even still, I actually am surprised he wasn't able to get greenlit in... after he did 4. Just because it was like such a good game. I remember that actually. I think the new Persona team is like we got some big shoes to fill and we were panicking. I think that's what they're planning on doing. All right, so I'm just gonna start looking for. Oh wow, that was fast. Okay, but yeah, like, is this? I wonder if this is the one that like Yoko Taro was freaking out about. When he was doing one of his talks about like Persona, because I remember him talking about it's like he was saying that if the people at the Persona team start moving towards more fantasy, then I'll have to do something else. I'll do the switcheroo and go into like an urban style game. But then Atlas said that we'll be doing both, so I can't remember his whole conversation. It was really bizarre. It was really funny. Basically, anything Yoko Taro does is really weird. But I wonder if that was the game that he was freaking out about. Okay, so we want to learn a little bit about the Stormcallers. So I guess we're going to go with the Marksman Specialist. I don't really like Marksman Specialist, but it works here. This is actually pretty good composition for the situation. I kind of wonder like how effective these upgrades are for the toughness on these things. I kind of feel like extra... Game's been rumored for a decade. That's actually really funny. I wonder if I should just be taking, like, more marksmen here. And then just unlock Fangs. He's got a lot of stuff that I can beat using marksmen. I kind of probably also need more chaff, though, but... he's deciding what his extra unit is going to be. It should really probably be, like, Crawler or Fang or something like that, but if he wants to go Steel Ball or something like that, I'm not going to stop him. Oh, he's elite. He's got a single arc light. Well, that's interesting. This is going to be rough for my opponent, I feel like. He's probably planning on getting a bunch of turrets, maybe? Zero understanding of the new patch. Yeah, me too. There goes all his shit. The trade. This is one of those situations where I just have to sort of like keep the pressure up. How badly do I want to do something stupid? I kind of really badly want to do something stupid. I pretty badly want to do something stupid. Let's do something stupid. Okay. So what we're going to do this round is pop down our Rhino. I'm actually going to put him on this side. He's going to get hackers. I'm going to put the anti-interference module and never build another one of those guys. And that is going to be our turn. Ooh, he's gone for some wasps. That's going to be interesting. I think he probably is going to have enough of those to stop me from getting easy kills with our marksman. Now, I can't really go for like the classic counter of Mustangs here. He's got the turret. We get to learn the things. We did actually easily kill all his stuff with just that. We're not going to kill this thing, which is kind of annoying. Unless this counts as a unit. It does not. Okay, so I don't have to kill that to end the match, but he still just has it. That's interesting. I kind of want to get the shield airdrop here. Or photon emissions. I'm gonna skip. I feel like that's the smarter option. Okay, so we get this and pop that on there. And he's like, aha, I'm clever, I will get. Actually, he might have seen that I had that. I think he technically did. He's got mass-produced wasps, so they're the crappy kind too. So I don't have to be as worried about them as I would normally be. So I don't necessarily go for like Mustangs here. I could go for like... Could go with like Overlord, or I could go Fortress or something like that. I kind of want to get Fortresses. I think for now, though, we just get more Marksmen. Just gonna drop those guys there in case we get like a thing dropped here. Yeah, he's gone for the shield airdrop. Good for him. Just one of those doesn't seem like it would stop all our missiles, honestly. Okay, we did kill their turret this time. I would really like to have something that would more consistently and quickly kill those air units, but it doesn't feel like it's super practical for me to worry about that right now. Okay, I'm gonna grab this and just drop this like right here. If he's lost his turret thingy, then we're kind of okay in a lot of ways here. I am gonna pick up the fortresses. I'm not I'm not gonna be able to afford to like get them this turn, but I think the upgrades are more important. But do I just get 2 more sets of Stormcallers? I think I do. Now that his thing's down, he's gonna like be like, well, was that thing really worth it? And then he's gonna get hit by 2 more sets of Stormcallers, and he's gonna be like, oh yeah, it would have been worth it. He's gonna win this round just because of that. I think I placed mine stupidly too, now I look at it. I'm like, wait a minute. I need more stuff blocking for the Rhino. Love those shots that just sneak in barely behind them. Gotta love when that happens. We might actually win this, in all honesty. Yeah. My opponent had a much better aimed missile barrage, but I am still on a timer here. Like, that is a problem, though. Let's get the deployment specialist. It's always good to have the deployment specialist. Pretty much every single time. We'll get our fortresses now. I'm even gonna, like, push them relatively far forward. He's still got his bubble. He's been pushing on my side for all these fights. It's kind of interesting. It's like a whole bunch of the stuff that he's building here, like, can kill the fortresses, but they don't have a super easy time with it, and, like, the fortress will one-shot tanks. Like, these guys can kill tanks or fortresses pretty quickly, but not super, super fast or anything like that. He's getting, like, rockets rained down on him this entire time. He's decided he doesn't feel like he needs them. He's gone for range on those guys. I might have to get range upgrade on my guys, too. I kind of don't feel like I need it. But it might be a good idea for me to get it on the artillery, maybe, actually. Start hitting him while it's still on his side of things. Barrier might be a better investment. So this is quite a lot of snipers, so the fortress will go down. You can see, like, it's taking big chunks, but, like... kind of laying wastes in the process. And now our, like, little guys are actually making it in there. This guy made it in there. That's actually super good. That might actually end him. Close. Okay. Gonna hit skip there. This is where we actually just get more crawlers. Like, throw them in front of these guys. I'm actually gonna go for the shield. 2 more sets of crawlers. I'm not even gonna use deployment specialists, it feels like. Because I would also love to get the range on these guys, actually. The range is actually gonna matter. Has he pulled out all the stops here? Probably. He kind of has to. Is he just getting crawlers? Has he picked up 4 sets of crawlers? Well, that's a sudden shift. I don't have great chaff clear or anything like that, so... he's gotten all his upgrades on them, too. Okay. Oh, and he's getting turrets. He's got 2 of them. My opponent, just because that switch up, might do okay this round, but I don't think he's got enough firepower. Yeah, my opponent's going to lose this round. And we'll be done. Flawless game, too. Okay. Well, so it feels like those things get overwhelmed, but they do reduce the damage that I think they were doing. Like the Stormcallers, I think were having a decent chunk of their damage reduced. I think you have to really commit to them to actually negate them entirely. Poor guy got swept. Elite is like that. If you don't get ahead with Elite, like, fairly by the mid-game, you just get swept. That's kind of the problem with it. You start off quite weak compared to other commanders, I find, with the Elite, and then if you're trying to, like, find a way to wedge yourself into an advantage with your more elite troops, which is kind of hard sometimes. And if your opponent's able to sort of keep ahead, then you just die. I think he was hoping that those that early turret thing would stop him from getting like swept. Like I think he thought that would shut down like about half of my composition, or even more than half if you consider it the other way. But okay, I'm gonna sort of hope that my opponent goes Stormcallers. That way I can go for other stuff and see how that sort of combines. I'm gonna go for Aerial Specialist, Crawler, and Tanks. My opponent's got Marksman and those things. That's interesting. Marksman of my own might be good here. Marksmen are always good is the problem, but they're not actually always good, but they're quite often good. Mustang start usually I feel like they go for some weird cheese thing, but let's get a wider split here. Alright, should be okay. Yeah, he's also gone for the crawlers. He hasn't gone for any weird cheese or anything like that. Looks like we're doing okay right now. And I think we're gonna win this, yeah. I don't know if my opponent's gonna like go into artillery off of this though. Ooh, he's probably gonna double down on Mustangs. Do I go the like super long range sledgehammer build? Why not? Okay. We'll unlock these guys. And I'm going to get like 2 more units of these guys. Next round we're going to get extra range on them. And then we might even get mechanical rage. This is a huge downside. Like 30% less health is like big. But here's the thing. Like, Mustangs just do lose pretty badly to tanks, even with the reduced health that I've got. I do get one shot by the snipers now, though. That's a problem. Yeah, so my opponent's probably going to win this round. But you know what? I think we're going to come back into this pretty quickly. Skip there. Do I want mechanical rage first? I kind of want the range first. So we're looking at like near sniper range here. 165. It's actually longer range than the snipers. That's actually pretty cool. We'll go ahead and upgrade here. I'm going to get 2 more of these guys. I could actually get field maintenance. That might actually be what I need here. He's gone for sledgehammers of his own. I feel like actually the armor would be the thing that helps me here, but I don't have it unlocked, so... Looks like we're winning this, though. Range made a difference. I am playing the aerial specialist, and I'm just ignoring that completely here. He's got a ton of Mustangs, though, so I kind of probably stick to doing that, just ignoring it. What if we just did sledgehammers? Ouch. That'll probably be enough for him to win the game off of. Not the game, the match, rather. That was a very good bomb in his part. Range is the best stat in the game. I agree. Generally is. I think if I use shields, I can kind of screw my opponent out of this win. Let's take Deployment Specialist. I feel like about there. I'm just going full silly here. I feel like there's probably a tipping point where this becomes good. But man, I don't really know. This could just be very silly without being any good. In fact, I think that's possibly likely. I'm going to drop this down here for the hell of it. Just for shits and giggles. These guys are actually pretty bad at getting through shields, so this could actually work out okay. Nice. Okay, I need to get that mechanical rage up. Our rate of fire is just so slow. You're absolutely crumping him, though. That was a decisive win there. That was a very decisive win there. Holy jeez. Alright. I'm gonna pick up the Orbital Javelin just in case something comes up and I need it. I think we've reached a tipping point of some sort, though, here. Where this has gone from being silly to being very, very good. I could get Mechanical Rage, or I could just get 3 more tanks. I'm actually going to get 3 sets of marksmen, and I'm going to use that as potential backup in case he goes air here. Because he could. Like, if he goes for something air, that would not be that surprising. I was going for a bunch of shields, has he? He's actually dropping an orbital on top of these guys. What a jerk. It's probably going to hit these guys too. Pop. I'm going to lose my shields here, which is really unfortunate, honestly. I think my opponent might have spent into this win, but I think he is going to win here. Lost both her shields. He lost both of his shields except for the middle one. He kept one of them. I didn't lose as decisively as when he won, or as when I won, so this worked out okay. These aren't going to work here, I don't think. Don't feel like. Yeah, now's the time for that mechanical rage. Just 3 more tanks. I think after this, what I actually kind of want to get is some artillery, just to really throw in a wrench. I'm gonna throw that there just to see. Ah, he did put one there. Ah, I didn't put one here. This guy's on your friends list, old Beardo. Well, tell him to, you know, stop doing annoying things like building air units. Go send him a Steam message. Tell him that you know, the person you're playing against doesn't want you to keep building air units. Okay, I think we're okay here. Alright, well that went well. Just, if, you know, something's working, I guess you just keep doing it. Okay, I want to, like, take a look at my unit modifications here, because I'm kind of wondering, like... Armor enhancement would have really helped me there. It would have basically just made it so that he couldn't build Mustangs, like, at all. Like, they'd be completely worthless, except as chaff, which you don't want to use Mustangs as chaff. They're kind of expensive. But I don't know what I would give up. Maybe field maintenance is honestly... Field maintenance is probably the one that I would consider giving up here. The reason is, like, the ability to just completely block some attacks really, really helps. It makes it so that, like, if I get attacked by basically Fangs, Mustangs, to a lesser extent, if I'm getting attacked by Crawlers, Wasps, or Arclights, they just do basically no damage relevantly. And if that's happening, you can kind of just have these guys just survive through way, way more. But is that really what I want them to be doing most of the time? Because electromagnetic shot to disable enemy stuff with the range enhancement, mechanical rage, like, you can end up with a really dangerous tank. Armor piercing bullets I've never really found as useful as the other ones, but who knows. Okay, well, let's play another one. I haven't had a game where I've built the anti-storm callers, the point defense turret things. And what's weird is I feel like there's a sort of overreaction now that there's a counter to artillery. People are assuming that it's really strong as a counter to artillery, but I don't think it is. I think it's actually just kind of a medium counter against artillery. Like, I think it softens the blow of your opponent having more Stormcallers than you do. But if you only have, like, one or two of the things, they're not going to really stop that much. Whereas if you got, like, maybe 6 of them, that's, like, 600 points that you could potentially just lose. So you're spending a lot for it at that point. Giant Specialists might be interesting. So Steel Ball is one of those situations where, like, I do go into Stormcaller after that. Probably gonna need some of these guys. Okay, we have these guys trickle in their distraction. Actually, kind of worried that these guys just frontline, but if they do, we can punish that in a little bit. So, like, we'll be behind on a round because they'll instantly destroy our towers, but... Because the way what we're positioning, it's possible to, like, instantly destroy our towers, but if we position these guys actually up here like this, actually that doesn't happen. The timing on these guys is such a pain. Because, like, if you put them too far forward, they get picked off before your chaff can get to them. And if you put them too far back, then... Oh yeah, he went back, so... These guys are going to get killed by artillery. Oh, my stuff is clumping up in the worst way imaginable. Okay, I need to definitely get some distraction stuff up front. This is going to be a weird one. I think he's going to win this one, technically. I think he's just going to end up being a little bit better off here because of the way that these are going to work. Yeah, that timing, man. Oh, no, I got it. Wow. Okay. I didn't think that I'd actually be able to beat those 4. Okay. Okay, so I want these guys just sort of like up front here. Sort of soak up like some of those rockets, but we'll get PD in a little bit. We're not going to get them now, though. I kind of want to get another one of these. For that, I'm going to unlock Marksman. My opponent's probably going to get air units. I'm going to be very mad. They're an elite specialist. They're having some of the trouble that I was talking about. Tanks are going to have a bit of an interesting time here, because they can kill a lot of these little guys. They're going to do pretty well here. This guy, I think I just add range to it, and we're going to be fine. That artillery fire, man. It just makes things so much harder. But that's why we are going to try and get the counter to that. He's going to win this one again. Like, there's no way I actually win this. Well, I said that last time, but I think I mean it more this time, because the artillery is the real threat here. Okay. Gonna skip that one. Okay. I think we can go for 2 more steel balls. Apparently this one unit of steel balls is getting all the experience somehow. These guys need range, but I can't afford that right now. I might be better off just dropping one of these for a turn, but even if I think even if I lose the match, I don't lose this thing necessarily. I probably do, actually. Yeah, we'll drop a couple of these things. I just need to buy myself a little bit of time here. I'm not even sure if these are going to reach his guys, because they might actually just charge forward into these missiles here. Actually, it's going to get these guys right. I was not thinking straight about that. Well, that's a bit of a waste, but you know what? It's fine. Trying to do steel ball stuff like while you're getting artillery, man. These ones are like just so tough now, though. I think these ones are actually going to be able to clean up. Like, these ones just have so many hit points. I think if I got the steel health thing on them, that would actually, like, fix this to a certain degree. Ion Blast is pretty scary, but I think I'm going to skip that. Range on these is going to be one of the most helpful things I can get immediately. This guy is up to level 4. That is kind of strange. We're going to get a couple snipers. That's going to help pick through those tanks a little bit. But what would really help is if I had like these steel balls getting a little bit more out of it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and drop this here, and we'll see how it does, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to learn. I think it's too far back, but we'll find out. These things might not have enough range to be super useful. Okay, so this stuff is all getting wiped out way faster, giving my steel balls the opportunity to get in much cleaner. Still have a serious problem with the stuff there. Something killed these guys. I wonder if he missile striked that side. He might have. Or he might have ion blasted, actually. No, he didn't. He definitely didn't. Okay, we're gonna grab this. I'm gonna unlock these guys and get some of our own. Drop that there. These are probably gonna need range before they're like super useful. Seems like it's these really tough snipers that are hitting really hard that are killing the steel ball here. I don't have enough left to get through this, so this is definitely going to be his win. I actually kind of think steel ball in a certain way needs a bit of a buff, but not in a strong way, because they can be actually really tough here. The main problem that they sort of run into is because they're so short range that they do tend to like just die a little bit too easily, but I'm gonna get this. If my opponent doesn't get that out, I will be quite surprised, honestly. Okay, so if I can get these guys to have like the maybe even mechanical division or something like that. I kind of like the idea of getting this in a certain way. A lot of their hits are not actually like big hits, it's just they're getting killed by the snipers though, so. I think I do 2 more of these guys and then we'll get mechanical division next turn. Okay, my turret thingy died on this side, unfortunately. No, maybe I should actually be getting flamethrowers. I think getting like 5 or 6 more arc lights would actually be a good idea. That's probably gonna get me killed there. I do not get the range enhancement on Steel Ball typically, no. I might win this actually. No, probably not. He's got slightly more than I do. Yep. The range enhancement on Steel Ball doesn't increase the range by enough to really make much of a difference as far as that goes. Or at least I don't find it does. I need to actually get a bunch of arc lights. Because the ones I have got are actually pretty high level. So I think I can swap this to carry arc light to a certain extent. Let's get this. One more arc light upgrade to get. These guys are going to be a problem. But if I have enough arc lights as chaff clear, but also make it so that they're powerful at killing other things, that's actually going to be something that helps out a lot. They killed my defender on the one side again. It's always the one side. I forgot to get an upgrade on the steel ball. Might not need it here. I might need chaff. No, chaff from steel ball. I need to get the range elite thing on these guys. If those hit, we win. There we go. Yeah, if the range enhancement on Steel Ball is more than like, I think it's 10, I would probably take it, but it's not, so I don't. Let's get Shield Device Specialist. Let's get that. Let's get this. This is an elite level. Holy jeez. Okay. Just gonna get two of these guys. We're gonna stick them like back here. And I'm gonna go ahead and get extra attack power. That's an interesting choice, honestly. Like, my artillery is not really doing much. Isn't it 40? I don't think it's 40 on Steel Ball. It's this one. Decrease range. I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't have it. I was thinking of the decrease amount. I could have sworn this increased your range by 10, but oh well. What's the range on these guys? 178? What's the range on these guys? 174? Nice. $190 on this guy. I can actually see the arc light shots finishing off some of these guys, these tanks. Carry arc light is actually a good transition, I guess, for us here. It's working really well. Instantly get one shot by marksman, but that's fine. I kind of have to get like extended range on these artillery, I think, because they're spending way too much time not firing. Over here we still have our anti-missile thing. It can take out that, I'd imagine. Nice. Okay. So we did like nothing, but you know what? That's okay. It's okay. Taking orbital bombardment here. I'm going to drop it. I feel like I drop it this side. I keep saying I want to get the Steel Ball upgrade, but I can never afford it. Okay. Okay. Yep. I think I'm one-shotting his tanks with my arc light. That's gotta sting. Okay, we've lost our shields. He's lost his shields, it looks like. Nice. This is a long match. Like, this is going up into the double digits rounds, which is pretty rare for this game, honestly. I'm gonna go Skill Specialist. The reason is that this lets us do upgrade every single turn. Which is kind of disgusting, honestly. Neither of us is doing any giants. Both of us are too afraid to, like, switch to giant play here. Okay, let's do you. What if I shook it up, though? What if I did take some giants? What would I take, though? The reason I'm opting for these guys is that if I want to, I can make them into sort of a suicide unit. The hell? I might have to get anti-air upgrade on my arc lights. Like, our snipers are alive, so they'll win us this round, but... And these things get blocked by the, Oh no, I don't have very many arc lights. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give these guys the anti-air upgrade. Once I do that, he doesn't get the ability to defend against this. Okay. Speed Specialist. Sounds really, really good here. Okay, so we've now gotten every single upgrade on our arc lights. They're like 1 trillion levels. Instantly killing, like, whatever they come across, I think. Hopefully. Okay, I'm gonna actually start working on some more arc lights. Just for the hell of it. I should have actually done the level up on those. Okay, I'm gonna drop those. I'm gonna actually just try and win this off this. Should be fine. Hackers is an odd choice given the circumstances, I feel like. When there's lots of stuff with long range on the field, like, hackers become greatly diminished in what they can do. But if they take over my stuff fast enough, then, you know, it'll work. You stop trying to script those guys. Yeah, this is gonna be GG. We managed to win it. What a struggle. Jeez. Okay, so let's look up the steel ball and see what the range thing is. Maybe it is 40. Because if it is 40, that's, like, kind of okay. You'll still... I kind of... Oh, yeah, no, it is. It's the standard one. I thought it was tied to, like, something else for some reason. Yeah, you were right. The reason I tend to think that it doesn't really help too much is like it does only boost our range up to like 85, which is like a lot more, but that's as much as like a Fang, and they still die when they're trying to get into range. So it probably could work. I think it's like rough though. Okay, well, I should have saved that one. That replay. That was a really interesting match because there's some stuff I want to sort of look into, like how much do I think the Stormcallers are being blocked by those turrets? The range on the turrets being actually kind of mediocre. It's pretty okay, but it's not like great. Makes it so that like it creates a small zone where you can sort of block some Stormcaller shots. So if you're on the defensive, if you go for long range units, it's disproportionately better. But if you're the person who's like pushing into the opponent, then obviously they're going to be a lot worse. So I'm not too sure what I think about them as a whole. Because I was pushing forward for a lot of that fight, which is weird considering how much range I had, but I was the one pushing forward in that fight. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. Either way. I've got over 1,500 MMR. Neat. Either way, though, like I said, I've worked an extra 9 hours this week, which I'm okay with, but it does mean that I'm tired. So I am going to actually just head off a little bit early today, but technically speaking, like strictly speaking, I'm actually leaving late still because I always said that's like, okay, this is gonna be a 2 to 4 o'clock stream. This is a 2 to 4 o'clock stream, and then I always run it until 6. So yeah, this is actually technically closer to me ending it on time, but next week I'm gonna try and run it until 6. The thing is, like, everyone's on vacation at work right now, and that means that like I'm doing a lot of filling in, and I don't mind that, especially because like I also took a vacation and people had to fill in for me. So, you know, what goes around comes around, sort of thing. Does mean that I'm probably going to still be tired next week because I probably am going to end up getting pulled in for another extra 9 hours. I'm already scheduled. Yeah, I kind of want to play games as a thing, but I'm too tired to play them effectively. Although I did just like roll over a bunch of people here, so that ought to tell you. I don't feel like I learned anything about those turrets though. I learned a little bit. I learned that like it is actually pretty easy to overwhelm them. I think people overestimate them. I think people think that Stormcaller is no longer a viable thing to mass because that turret exists. But I don't think that's true. I think that Stormcallers are perfectly capable of overwhelming it. And those things just really mitigate or blunt the damage that you're taking from them, making it so that they're less overpowering during the first opening volleys of the fight. Which I think is a pretty good place for them to be, where they're changing the dynamic of what Stormcallers can do, but they're not nerfing Stormcallers to the point where they're not viable. So I think that I don't know what that's going to end up settling on, because right now people are too afraid to take Stormcallers because they think they're going to get hard countered. Whereas the reality, I think, is you take the Stormcallers and you just ignore the fact that there are those turrets there, and you'll overwhelm the turrets before it really matters. You're just not going to have as much early game alpha strike. But there were already ways to sort of get around that early game alpha strike, so it doesn't matter quite as much. So it's kind of in a weird spot, I think, where people are adjusting to the meta, and I think they're overreacting. I think people are thinking that like you can't use Stormcallers right now, but you absolutely can. So yeah, we'll have to see how that sort of goes. In any event, though, how do people have fun by cheesing the game? That is like 90% of the fun of this game. Anyway, yeah, hope you found this one enjoyable. I will see you guys all next week.